Oh my goodness. Look at this design here. Just stunning work. Welcome to Dan's on This Street. I'm Dan. We're exploring the world city by city, as seen through Google Maps and Google Street View. Today we are back in Spain, visiting the city of Zaragoza. Sitting here very inland, kind of in a green stretch here between mountainous region. This is an exciting town to explore. Sitting here on the Ebro River. Pretty old city, founded by the Romans. And lots to see. Let's drop down, I don't know, somewhere right, I'd say in the middle. See what we find. Okay, we are on the street here, next to a few restaurants and shops. Pretty nice day out, maybe a little overcast. Interesting. Nice apartment buildings. Pretty quiet out. Now here's a brighter day. Let's move down this street. People out and about. This is a pretty good sized city, not too large, around 700,000 people. I feel like I've been visiting cities a bit larger than that lately, so this feels just a little bit smaller. Officer out here today, directing traffic it looks like. Oh, this is a nice scene down this street. Let's head this way. Nice wide road. Very good. Yeah, this city is really known for its local history, some ancient history, and food, and lots of great landmarks, some cathedrals. We're going to check a little bit of it all out. Interesting, just taking in the street scene here. Good mixture of buildings. Fair amount of these are newer in this part of town. Some a little bit older. There's going to be some ancient ones I'm sure we'll see as we go through town. Pretty busy out here today. Lots of people heading to work. People dressed up there for something maybe. This looks like a museum on the right, I would guess. Certainly has the museum look. Nice little park here on the left. A little parklet. Large roundabout. This is a great little intersection here. Fountains in the middle. Great building here in the corner. The Romans founded this city back around 25 BC. This is so pretty here. Love the look of that. This bus is kind of in my way here. Excuse me. There you go. Nice view there. Long stretch here for just pedestrians walking through. Kind of, at least this part's closed to traffic. Looks like a nice bike path here. A little artwork. Sculpture. Oh, very inviting scene. Yeah, and the Romans called the city Caesar Augusta, obviously after the Caesar. And if that name kind of sounds, if you kind of blur that together, Caesar Augusta, Zaragoza, it's not an accident that the modern name is just like a naturally derived from Caesar Augusta. As time goes on, those, language evolves. This is a great building here. Look at this. Like that. Yeah, definitely a mixture of kind of decades we're looking at here. 70s, 80s, and then some much older than that. Interesting. Clearly a tram line goes through there. Great little scooter here. That'd be a fun way to get through town. Hey, let's take a little right turn down this narrow road. Cute shops again. We're definitely catching the attention of people, I can tell. Some outdoor seating here, a little cafe. I've never been to Spain. I certainly hope to get here someday. I like things through here. This is all this super block setup, the design of this building layout. If you see it from above, it has that distinct pattern of these kind of, I don't know what you would call it, outlined, almost, well, they're squares, but with the outline of a square. We'll see that more. Oh, let's just pop up right now, okay? There you go. There's that distinct look where there's kind of like an internal little private plazas and back porches in there, but you can't really see that or access that from the outside. Oh, look at this pool up there. That's neat. Nice private spaces, maybe shared private spaces, but still private. Let's see. Let's move up. We'll slowly head up towards this river, but maybe we'll head down one of these streets on our way there. I'd like to use this moment to call out, I started a Patreon page, which I'd encourage you to all check out. It's $3 a month, one tier, that's all. I'm gonna have a bunch of bonus content up there, some extra bonus city tours, all kinds of ideas I have for that page. But I'd love it if a few of you could show your support. Really mean a lot to me. And check that out. I'll link it, of course, in the comments. Great little statue here. Nice fountain. Great area for walking through. So this is the capital of the autonomous community of Aragon, Spain. Sort of an ancient kingdom that once ruled this region. I think it's all officially part of Spain at this point, but still acknowledged. This is a great bank. Zaragoza, I love that. Great look to it. Yeah, let's take a left here. Wonderfully mapped all through here. I just have to say that too. This is lots of street views. We're really next to people here. Gets kind of cramped on the sidewalks. Beautiful light coming through here. Interesting. So this was Roman territory for a long time, and at some point, as the Roman Empire died, another kingdom took over. And then in 1018, Zaragoza became one of the Taifa kingdoms, which was an independent Muslim state. Oh, look at this. This is one of the Roman theaters. This is a Roman theater here. It's wonderfully covered here, protected by from the sun and weather. Hey, let's pop up, see if we can see this. Maybe get inside. This is great. They built this. This, of course, dates to the early Roman era. Let's see. Oh, they built this nice deck over top of it here. Wow, pretty well preserved. I mean, okay, I guess it's also pretty rough shape, but it's amazing that it's been preserved, and they're doing their best here with what remains of it, I guess. Here's a little depiction of what it would have been way back in the day. Can you imagine that here? Oh, what a sight. Stage performances here. Fantastic. I'm so glad this is here. And it looks like it'll be here for a long time to come. That's just wonderful. Let's head over this way. Some points of interest in this part of town relating to what I was just speaking about, actually. Boy, this is narrow through here, but oh, great for going for a bike ride. A little flower shop here. Beautiful. Plenty of shopping, restaurants. Oh, and we're coming into some ancient part of town here. Very pretty. Plaza. Oh my goodness, wow. So here on the right, this is related to what I was just talking about. So again, back in that time period, this was an Islamic area. They held the power, at least, and so this was actually built as a mosque, this building, at least the original form of it. It was remodeled. So Zaragoza was part of the Taifa kingdom, which fell then in 1118. And at that point, they changed this from a mosque to a cathedral. But a lot of the original kind of bones of the building were kept. This is amazing on the side here. Look at this design work. I'm not sure if this dates to the Islamic era of the building or was added around 1140 when it was kind of partially rebuilt. But that's you see that happening kind of in both directions around the world. Let's pop up and see if we can get inside. Really large building at this point. I read that the minaret from the mosque stood for hundreds of years, only coming down in the 17th century. Here we are in the interior, and my goodness, what a place. Whoa, boy. Look at this. So, I don't know, just gaudy gold. It's very beautiful, of course. Goodness, this design work is just extravagant. Interesting. I would definitely come here and walk around. Some depictions of saints, I'm sure, on the wall there. How about that? Huh. Interesting. Pretty neat place, and again, an interesting history. Let's head in this direction, back on the street again. Huge tower there. Big clock tower, bell tower. There's another church in this direction that's quite special. We'll check out. Great grand plaza here. Looks like there's a concert going on here, clearly. I'm sure all kinds of activities happen in this area. Definitely some tourists here too, I think. Great place for going for a walk, or a jog, or getting a bite to eat. Yeah, let's pop up. Okay, I think we walked by it here. Yeah, here's this. If you go on Wikipedia, this is like the building you'll see, or most notably associated with this city. Wow. So this is the Cathedral, Basilica of Our Lady of the Pillar. Quite a long name, but, well, that is the name. This was built in the 1680s. Wow. Now this, I actually like this building a little bit more. Yeah, not that they're in competition, but something about this style is just kind of appealing to me here. Love this artwork up here. My goodness. Frescoes and this chamber in there. My goodness. Candles being lit here. Wow. Look at this wood structure here. I have no idea what that is. Fantastic. What an impressive place. Oh, I would certainly come here. Goes without saying. That is remarkable. Let me get one more view in there, maybe. Perhaps from another part of the building. It's so large. Okay, here's kind of, yeah, all right. More familiar sight, maybe. If you've been in a church. The pews set up. Interesting the way they're lined by this central facing pews. That is actually quite different. Look at this. Well protected here with these spindles. Man, oh man. The amount of money and power that the Catholic Church had historically, still has to some extent, but not like it was back in the day. That was, 1680s. That is peak power, roughly speaking. That is very impressive. Smaller little church there. We're heading across the river here, the Ebro, or Ebro. I'm gonna say Ebro. The town's kind of split in half. A little wider streets on this side of town. Maybe some newer buildings, definitely has that newer look. I'm sure the original, probably historically, people didn't come to this side of the river so often. But as things grow, plenty of room to expand. Fantastic view of that building there, and of course there's the other one we were in. Great park here along the river too. Off to our right, good number of bridges going across. Wow, look at this with the lions. Wonder if we can take a right. I want to go check these out. Wow, what a sight. Look at that. That's awesome. Impressive. Oh man. $1 million view out here. Nice little bridge there, and what a sight of that church. Great sunlight coming in here. I would just hang out right here maybe for at least half an hour, I think. Just taking the views, the sights and smells. Wonderful. Love it. All right, let's pop up. While we're on this north side here, let's check out a little bit more of it. Looks like a nice park up here. I don't think I need to drop in there. I'm sure it's a great park. It looks like a really good size. Another park here off to the right. Some housing. Interesting. Big chimney here. Look at that. I'm sure I was reading, there's a good amount of industry that happens in Zaragoza and the surrounding area, and perhaps historically as well. I don't know what these date to, but clearly I would say no longer being used. Very impressive old, I assume, chimneys. Sure, it looks like it. That's neat. I like this building here. Perhaps it was part of that. Some old industrial building. Quiet little stretch in here. Aw, cute sight there. Families out. Lots of housing around here. Definitely a little quieter, less touristy perhaps. Stadium up here. This might be the university. Oh yeah, here's the University of Zaragoza. This is an ancient, well, pretty ancient university. Dates back to 1542. So, I read it's one of the older universities in Spain. Interesting up in here. Very hilly. Get into farmland up here. Perhaps this looks like orchards. Oh yeah, certainly has that orchard look. Looks like a fingerprint. It's amazing. I'm sure Zaragoza has some wonderful wine, if you drink wine. Look at this development down here. Kind of looks like a failed development, or maybe a future development. But the buildings look kind of older. Not sure what happened there. Somebody ran out of funding, or maybe it's just in development. Lagos Penelope Cruz. Huh. Okay, I don't know about that. Is Penelope Cruz from Zaragoza? Maybe she is. Oh boy, it just got really bright here. And back down a little. Oh, more. It's still quite bright. Oh yeah, new stuff going in here. I like the look of these. All kinds of new buildings. Maybe that development we passed there really is just kind of in the middle of construction. Clearly this stuff's going up. I read the population really boomed here in the kind of early and mid 1900s. It went from like 50,000 or something in 1900 up to, by the 1980s it was up to 600,000. And it's kind of slowed down a little since, but looks like a neat park down here. Wonder if there's any views worth seeing. I mean, certainly if you live here, this would be a great park to get to. Oh wow, I don't know what just happened there. We just zoomed through a bus or something. Huh. I was reading a little more of the history. So as part of that kingdom of Aragon, for a long time. I guess technically still. And then it actually suffered 2 big sieges back in during the Peninsula War against Napoleon's army back in 1808, 1809. Major sieges, which is crazy to me. That just doesn't sound like that long ago to think that was going on here. This looks like a graveyard here. Wonder if we can see any of that. Oh, looks like we perhaps can. Oh, not so much. Not so much. Oh, actually, this is a graveyard. Interesting style, at least in this part of town, or this part of the graveyard. Sorry. No disrespect. More traditional graveyard over there, but this is all, what do you call that? Oh, I've lost the term suddenly. Interesting. They look like apartment buildings, right? But those are all graves. That is an unusual sight. I don't think I've ever seen a site like that. All apartments for the dead. Wow. Mausoleum, right? That's the term. This is bizarre. Kind of. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever to the way different cultures deal with death, but I have never, ever seen something at this scale. It looks like an apartment complex, kind of, but on the miniature, all very well adorned with flowers here too. Wow, that is okay. I'm really glad I stopped in here. I've never seen such a sight. Fascinating. I'll have to look that up more. Let's see this park here. Well, maybe we'll go around the outskirts of it. Playground. What an unusual graveyard. That is... It's going to really stick with me. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing. If you join my Patreon and you have some ideas for the channel or something extra things you'd like me to explore, that's going to be a great place to do it. Eventually, the voting on the upcoming cities I'll go to, all the voting's going to be on Patreon here at some point. I'm going to move it there. For now, it's still on YouTube, so if you can always check under the community tab. You can vote on where I go next. I put up a few options each time. I have a long list of recommendations I'm working through, so bear with me if I don't get to one of your desired places immediately. It's a really long list. We're talking perhaps a couple hundred cities on it. So give me time. I hope to get to them all in time. I'm in no rush or something. All kinds of housing through here. All right, let's pop up. I want to see back over here. Caught my eye. Sometimes I'll glance around a city just a little bit. Yeah, these 2 bridges here caught my eye. Let's go over these. Pedestrian Bridge off to the right there. Can't quite see it. This is great. Oh, huge concrete bridge. Very impressive. Look at that engineering. I couldn't begin to tell you how that is done. That's amazing. How did they... I don't know how you'd pour that. Very impressive. I like the look of this building here. While we're over here, let's check out this pedestrian bridge. Another really cool looking place. Can't get inside it, I guess. Oh, wonderful view here from the ground, though. Not a big river. Maybe it gets higher during springtime. Really great design of this thing, though. Fully covered. Really well designed. I read there was a large expo here in 2008 that, oh yeah, okay. This is all I think related to that expo. Some sort of world expo related to waterways and designing around water, or I'm not quite sure what specifically it was about, but something related to water. I think this was all built for that. And looks like it's still kind of being used for the public, just enjoyment. Not sure how many people come over this part of town. Again, there's that church in the distance, I think. Perhaps a number of other pedestrian bridges around here. Oh, I saw the image of this on Wikipedia. That's where I get most of my information, by the way. If I get anything wrong, let me know too in the comments. Sometimes Wikipedia has it mostly right, but sometimes a detail or two could be incorrect. Really interesting structure there. I assume they're just offices at this point. Pretty neat though. Big wide roads here. A few taller buildings. It's mostly low level. Looks like there was a taller place over here. Again, really well mapped. Oh, look at this. Kind of a... I wonder if this is related. Kind of looks like a raindrop there. Let's get a view of things. Great design here. Sun protection there with the shade sticking out. Really bright light coming in here. Everyone's kind of blinded by it, looks like. And now we're down on the street below. That's great. Interesting. What else should we check out? Oh yeah, there's one other place I wanted to see. Let me look this up. I want to make sure I catch this. Aljafería. Alright. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Here's another building. This is related to that same period during, yeah. During the Taifa Kingdom. This is a medieval Islamic palace. And again, it fell at around that same era, 1118 or so. And now it's a government building. But this was built during that kingdom, and how grand must this have been at that time? There's still a mosque in here, I read. You can tell, here's original structures of it. Some of this, I think, has been rebuilt a little bit. Clearly, I would say this is new. But it definitely has that look. See some more views of this. This is pretty neat. Oh my goodness. Look at this design here. Moorish design. Just stunning work. Oh, so impressive. I'm so glad this has survived the ages. Looks like there's a moat all around it. Wow. What a treat it is that this is available to see. 100% I would come here. I might even come here first. This looks like one of the neatest buildings in town. Some of this looks, again, maybe newer or reconstructed. I just had struggled to believe that what we're seeing there dates to that time frame. Maybe it does. Maybe it really does. I hope it does. Let's get on this little bridge here. How impressive is that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Very neat. It's just sitting right there. Park all around it. Man, I sure would love to come to this city, I'll tell you what. I gotta get to Spain. And certainly if I get inland, this would be a neat city to come to. All the history here. Wow. All right, maybe one more place. I've got to wrap this up. I know I haven't seen too much, but, try to keep these things to a reasonable length. Just some more random street views here. Like this building up here on the left. Kind of baby blue. Looks like they have some bike rental program here. You could come here, rent a bike. That'd be a good time. Very beautiful building there. Wow. Okay. Not sure what that is, but pretty neat. Don't you wish... I so wish I could speak Spanish. But I can't. Yeah, again, good mixture of architecture. I read there's a big General Motors plant here, actually, too. Yeah, outside of town. Oh, wow, look at this monument here. Looks like the national monument in the United States. Washington on the mall. Just classic monument shape, I guess. Yeah, but they build a lot of the Opel vehicles, which are, I think they're sold in the UK as Vauxhall. Lots of architecture, little designed elements here. Neat. All right. Well, for now, I'm going to add this to my maps. That was really great to explore. If I missed some of your favorite places, do let me know in the comments. Okay, add a list, add a place. Zaragoza, this might be my first city that starts with a Z. That might be wrong. There it is on the map again, yeah, right centrally, kind of split between the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. Neat place. All right. Check out my Patreon. Check out some of the other videos. Give it a thumbs up. Been all over the world. All right, till next time.